Hi, Kat.
Hi, John.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am quite well myself, thank you.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You're looking good, John.
Well, thank
Haircut
you.
looks fresh. Your mustache and other facial hair is trimmed and tight, and you're looking pretty good, John.
Thank you. Thank you. That all means an awful lot. I don't look like I crawled out of a cave any longer.
No.
Sometimes the beard could have that, hermit-like appearance, but
Yeah, no scraggle, no scraggle at all.
No. You know what, Kat?
Hey.
You're not looking too shabby yourself.
Oh, that's nice of you to say.
It's totally true. That Hellfire Club hoodie just sets off your
yeah.
eyes. There's no
Oh, yeah.
question about it. Uh-huh.
It really
It totally does.
shows off my figure. This black sweatshirt that is probably a size too big, but awfully comfortable.
Well, that's the way I always liked everything. The good news now is that everything I have is like at least one size too big. So
That's good.
I am super stoked about that part of it.
It's better to be than the other way around.
Yeah, because
then
you
you
can wear
get
baggy clothes, but you start wearing tight clothes, and there's a limit.
You shouldn't do that.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't do that. But what should we be doing, Kat?
Oh, well, we should be recording a podcast.
Well, good news on that front. I can attest to the fact that at least I am recording a podcast. Are you also recording a podcast?
It looks like I am, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All evidence points in that direction.
Yeah, so I think we're going in the right direction. So that's what we're going to do. Why don't we just record this podcast right now?
Okay.
We're going to call it My Mistake because that is the name of the podcast.
That's what it's called. So
Yeah.
seems apt.
No, I think if we did decide to change the podcast name, we would probably talk about it before recording, right?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh,
how many concepts, segments, and things have we invented on the fly, in real time, Kat?
True. No, you're right. I mean, I think all of them actually.
I think pretty much going with batting 1,000 there.
Maybe you're right. Shit, should we just come up with a new name for this podcast fucking now?
We could call it Poop on a Plane.
Could call it Poop on a Plane.
We could call it Bison's Poop on a Plane.
Sure. We call it Mistakes. I've made a few.
But then again, too few to mention.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll save this for our biannual, meaning every 2 years production meeting. I think is what we do.
Perfect. Great. Should I put it down on the itinerary?
For sure.
Okay.
I've always been a big fan of, if I'm working, I should be getting paid. So we might as well record this and turn it into content. That's what I say.
That's so smart, John.
Still haven't figured out the actual getting paid part, but
It's on the itinerary, so we're
It is.
maybe we're gonna figure it out in a year and a half.
Yeah,
in our next meeting.
Yeah, we decided to decide about that 2 production meetings ago. So that was 4 years ago, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yepers.
All right. So
Here we are.
Here we are in front of microphones.
Yeah. So yeah, John, we're recording an episode.
Yes.
And there's a good chance that hopefully I'm actually out on the road when this airs.
I think that's going to be the case. Yeah.
I mean, if not, there's something has happened.
Okay. Don't say things like that. Because, seriously, 3 words that just strike terror into my heart, Kat.
Yeah.
Something has happened. It's like nobody ever said that about something good.
John, something has happened.
Shit.
That's horrible, isn't it?
Isn't it the worst?
It's bad.
It's like, I need you to sit down. There's been a development.
Something has happened.
Something has happened.
Yeah, it's rarely a good something when those words proceed.
Yeah. No one ever said, Kat, there's been a development. Something has happened. You won the lottery.
Exactly.
It's not a thing that's happened.
Never a good thing that's happened.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Well, then let's just strike that
Okay.
from the podcast record.
Zip.
Let's be positive. I'm out on the road, John. I'm cruising around probably this beautiful state still. I'm probably still in California.
California's long.
It's really long.
It's really long.
It's a big one.
It is. It is. 20% of the United States population lives in the state of California. Did you know
God. No, but it makes sense.
that? There's a ton of us here.
So many. Some would argue too many.
I would argue that. I would definitely argue that. There are more than 10 million people in our county, Kat, and there are
Ridiculous.
many states that do
Yeah.
not have 10 million people in them.
Ridiculous.
In these here United States. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or as I like to call them now, the untied states, because I do have a little bit of that thing where you switch things around.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that also kind of is a political statement. Also, untied state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yep. Definitely. Is it bad that I've actually in real time forgotten the word for people who displace letters and numbers? And
I thought you were just being coy.
No, I kind of was, but now I'm telling on myself. I don't.
Do you want me to tell you the first letter? Is that maybe that won't help?
I don't think that'll help because I might think it's the last letter. Because I actually did suffer from this as a kid.
Oh, no.
But somehow I don't seem to suffer from it anymore except occasionally.
We're gonna sound it out together.
Okay.
Dyslexic.
Yeah, dyslexia. Mm-hmm. Yep, there we go.
Got it, John. You got it.
Yay.
Good job, bud. Anyway, so we're. Did I mention we're recording a podcast?
I believe we both have.
I think we're doing a mixed bag today.
Okay.
You know, a little of this, a little of that.
Well, I like a little column A, a little column
Yeah,
X.
is that okay? Again,
Is that-
real time production meeting. Is that okay?
No, Kat, it's not. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Oh shit! All right. Well,
All right, there you go. It's the Cat Show.
FMP.
FMP.
What if we released? Oh, we got to do this one time. Release an 8-minute episode. That would be so fun.
Right. That would. And then we released that on the Wednesday, and then we put out a full-length one the next day. Okay.
We gotta do
All right.
it.
And we're going to need to edit this because, like, I'm thinking April 1st.
Yeah.
What day does April 1st fall on next year?
Oh, I know. It is. I don't know.
I'm pulling up my calendar so that we can do this.
Oh, Moses.
Okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna have to click this arrow a lot of times, Kat.
Oh, jeez. Click that.
Actually,
What a bummer.
I can set this to be monthly, and then go bam. This is all important for people to hear. It falls on a Monday. I was really hoping we were going to get lucky and it would fall on a Wednesday. That
I mean,
would've been so fun.
we could release the April Fool's episode on Monday, April 1st,
Right.
and then a
Right.
regular episode, and pretend like nothing happened.
Like, yep, nope. I like it.
I like
Okay,
it.
that's we've just had an atomic production meeting.
I love that.
I love that for us.
Anywho,
Yes,
have I mentioned we're recording a podcast?
I think we can safely say that you have. Kat.
All right. Hey, John, we
Double
have
redundancy.
email.
Oh, sweet.
Shall we jump into the mail, and then we'll see what else, what other kind of dog and pony show we got to drag out here.
The kind of good trouble we can be getting into. I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
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 Oh my gosh. That is not a sound I ever would have predicted I would have ever heard come out of your mouth, Kat. All right, so
All right,
email.
so I'm looking at the emails. I'm really just judging them based on length.
Okay.
Okay, we're pretty evenly matched here. So yeah, I'm gonna say, John, whatever email you would like to read, I'd say go for it.
Okay. Well,
Let's do this so we can see them again. Okay. Yep.
Okay. I am a huge fan of Master Chief Jen.
Of course. Who isn't?
And only people who don't know her
Yeah.
because to know her, Kat, is to love her.
Love her.
Yeah. Yep. So I would be happy to read hers also because it came in chronological order. It was the first received.
Let's do it.
So I will read that. I'm gonna
Okay. Sold.
boost that. All right, here we go. So Master Chief Jen says, "Hi, Kat. Hi, John. Hi, Anne. So here I am, sending you an email late in the day on a Thursday and hoping you get it before you record. Well, we got it before we recorded this episode.
Yeah, so that
Jen,
counts.
so there we go. Your pod may be getting rebooted, but my ability to procrastinate is here to stay. And that is why we love you. It's fine.
Exactly.
I am also a procrastinator. Kat is not, we've established, and that's great because it's
Depends
always
on-
good.
Well, it depends on what it is, what the task is.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But relative to me, you are not a procrastinator.
Fair enough.
There we go. So you're the responsible one. And I like that because it means I get to put all the responsibility firmly on your shoulders. Kat, I am
me.
sending you a big virtual hug. And next time we see each other, I'll treat you to a big beer to go with it. Maybe we should make that a light beer since we're both emotional eaters. And sounds like we could both stand to lay off the eating and drinking a bit.
Probably.
Oh, who am I kidding? Light beers are an affront to humanity. We're going for the real stuff.
Yes,
Amen.
Jen.
Yes, that's the Jen I know.
Thank you, Jen.
Yes. John, when you started talking about your toe, I thought your treadmill was about to make a surprise guest reappearance on the podcast because shenanigans had once again occurred. I'm glad it wasn't the treadmill, and I'm glad you're on the mend. Oh, and you get a hug too. Yay!
Aw.
Okay. If you guys do figure out the secret to being rich and not famous, please make sure to let your listeners know there are only the tens of us after all. Your secret is safe here. Thanks, Jen, for pointing out that we could say, like, we could reveal state secrets here, and probably it'd be all right.
It's fine.
No problem.
You know what, guys? It's fine.
She signs off saying, "Take care, my friends," and FMP Master Chief Jen. Thank you, Master Chief.
Thank you, Master Chief. And please give our love to your co-host over there at the How Many Light Bulbs Does It Take pod?
Yeah, all them light bulbs.
All of them. John, what's the latest and greatest on your toe? Can we get a toe report, please?
You can have a toe report. I am now taking a couple of medications. Those injections, they worked. And as a result, I went for a hike with my lovely wife, and we were in great shape. And I have almost no pain at all. So everything's great.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. My toe is no longer a giant Fred Flintstone toe. It's just sort of a big John Fitzgerald toe.
That is great news.
Yeah.
You must feel so goddamn good about that.
I do. Because the thing that was, I'm convinced that inactivity, like being sedentary, is my enemy. Because something new always happens if I'm sitting around.
Fair.
Now, I've also managed to go over the handlebars on my bike when I'm not being sedentary. But, yeah, I think it's better to injure yourself while exercising than to not exercise. That's what I'm thinking.
You're probably right.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to exercise and not injure yourself. That's the best. But let's face
No.
it, how's that happening?
Yeah, it's never. It's just
that
not.
doesn't-
It's not reality.
It ain't.
It ain't.
It ain't.
All right, I have an email, John.
Okay.
The subject is first time emailer.
Ooh.
And this person writes, "Howdy, Kat and John.
Okay.
Somewhat long-time listener, first-time emailer here. First, let me apologize for any emotional distress you may have incurred while opening official documents from Taco Bell HQ. You should totally be sponsored by them, but that's a campaign for another day." Which by the way, we need to really, we gotta. This is something we need to actually follow through with.
Yeah.
We need to at Taco Bell. We need to talk about them, Taco Bell, about them every episode.
I have zero problem with that.
But
then again, I'm a whore, so it's fine.
Absolutely. At the very least, I want an email or a tweet of like, "Hey guys, thanks for being such fans." Like, I just want acknowledgement.
Uh-huh.
of all the free advertising that we've been giving to Taco Bell.
Right. You know who's an even better advertiser for Taco Bell than the My Mistake podcast?
Who's that?
Marijuana.
They're going to say like Dolly Parton or something.
No. Just straight up marijuana.
That's
fourth
fair.
meal.
Yeah.
Fourth meal. The concept was created specifically for people who indulge in the sweet leaf to partake of the fourth meal.
Very smart.
That's
Very
what's up.
smart. I feel like Taco Bell and Jack in the Box have both very openly courted that demo very, very smartly. Very smart.
Why wouldn't you go and stir up your base, Kat? Why wouldn't you?
Exactly. I'm going to add that to the itinerary for our production meeting.
Excellent. Love it.
Courting Taco Bell. This emailer continues. Also, sorry to John and apparently Leah, whom Kat is married to, for the lack of Taco Bell love. Along with her cell phone, Kat also distributes her address, all willy-nilly, that allows for the delivery of official documents on a random Tuesday. That's true. I give out my personal information to just about anybody who asks.
Well, there you go. Stalkers of the world.
Give me a call. It's 80. And bleep that out.
Oh, wow.
That's trust, John.
I hope she's listening closely.
Oh, she is. I trust my editor.
Okay. Well, what's funny is I had no idea if that was your number because
really?
I don't know anybody's phone. I know my wife's phone number and my phone number, and sometimes not even that.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to tell someone your phone number and you go, like,
I haven't.
323.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. No.
Sorry.
She'll bleep that out.
Okay. Good.
We have the censorship bleep that I will send her to make sure she uses it.
Like it?
Because I think it's always funny. A bleep, like an official censorship bleep, is just funny.
It's good. I like a censorship bleep. I also like it when someone takes a word and just puts the word in place of it. So like, especially, you're a piece of pants.
Yeah, exactly. That's
something
good too.
like that.
That's good too.
And lots of ideas. Again, we're interlacing the production meeting
This is good.
with the actual episode. I like it.
It's
I like
productive. We'll see what Anne decides to do.
Yeah, for sure.
This person continues. Maybe Kat will share the Bell love with you, John, since Leah is not a fan of the gourmet dish that is the Mexican pizza. Second, I just wanted to share while I enjoy each and every episode, last week's was especially beautiful and well done.
Aw.
I think they are referring to our first episode back from the emotional break I took.
Yeah, the epic return to podcasting
Yeah.
after,
Yeah, well, that's very sweet. I know. I keep wanting to say her name, but they haven't revealed themselves in email yet, so I don't want to spoil the lead here. But
Okay.
it's an interesting dichotomy to be walking around a park simultaneously laughing with tears rolling down your cheeks.
Oh.
Here's to Mama C and Mama Fitz. Perhaps they're off somewhere enjoying some fast food together. Love, Jackie and Buster. P.S. Please enjoy some pics of Buster living the hardest life ever. Yes, of course, this is Jackie of Jackie and Buster fame. Jackie, thank you again for the Taco Bell love. And thank you for all your support. You've been amazing, and you're a good friend, and I love you very much. And John, look at this dog.
This dog looks amazing. By the way, I just want to say, Jackie, you're a new friend, and I totally forgive you for not sending Taco Bell love my way. I couldn't have partaken in it anyway. And by the way, anybody who wants to send us pictures of their dog should. And even people who don't want to send us pictures of their dogs, they still should. But this dog, particularly, Buster
is a star.
Yeah.
He's a handsome man, and he's also a very good boy.
Oh, he
He's
looks like the
just
best
so
boy.
sweet. Look at this little guy. He looks so happy. I love a dog rolling in the grass.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then under the covers in the bed.
Oh, I know. He's in bed. He's like, I'm not getting up to go to work. You get up and go to
Nope.
work.
Yeah.
That's not my job. Oh, and Google has given me some options on responding to Jackie's email.
Yeah.
Do you see them? Do you see them?
I do.
Oh, maybe we have different ones. What do you
Oh,
have?
okay, I have. These are great! Exclamation point. You are so sweet. Thank you! Exclamation point. And thank you so much for sharing! Exclamation point.
Perfect.
Yeah. Is that what do
Yeah.
you have? The same ones?
Same ones, yeah.
Same exact ones. Wow. Okay.
I mean, they all apply here.
Can you,
You know?
do all three?
No, I don't think
No.
you can. You got to choose one.
As soon as you choose one, you're committed.
You're done.
They all kind of apply. Unfortunately, I'm sorry that it's not like congratulations on your bat mitzvah or whatever. I don't know.
Or, approved.
Yeah, yeah. Make it so.
Happy birthday. Yeah, thank you again, Jackie. You're the best.
Yep.
You are
Thanks,
the
Jackie.
best. And please give Buster some scritches for us, please.
Yes, please do. Oh, Kat.
Scritches. Oh, John.
Scritches and scratches. If after the entreaty that I have given that we want to see pictures of people's dogs,
Yeah.
how should they go about? Should they just bring their dogs to us at your address, which is
No. Let's say they don't do that.
okay? Okay, fair.
They can email us
Okay.
at mymistakepodcast@gmail.com.
Perfect.
You can also add us or DM us on the socials. We have Facebook, which I don't ever check that. Do you check that?
I mean, I do.
Okay,
I have.
great.
Yeah. So if somebody sends a message like a messenger to
Yeah.
to our Facebook page, I will see it.
Okay.
You could even, I think we have it opened up. You can post on our My Mistake Facebook page wall if you want to.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah. Post pictures of your dogs.
That's great.
Yeah.
I was gonna check our Instagram, but I don't have it. I'm not logged into it, so
Okay.
don't know. I mean, do you check that?
No.
Is it my mistake?
My Mistake, the podcast. Ah, shit. Hang on.
We're not good at this, John.
We straight up suck at this.
It's almost like we do this on purpose. Like we don't want to succeed.
Right.
Right?
Because if we're not trying too hard, then that means that if we have any success, like we didn't even, it's like whatever. Success
Right.
just follows us.
And if we try hard and we are not successful, then it's like, well, no loss, right? We're not trying.
Right.
So
Yeah, exactly, right? At My Mistake Podcast
great.
on Instagram. That is who we are.
Perfect.
Yeah, and who are we on X? Until they start charging for it.
Oh, Jesus. I know. It's coming. It's going to make that jump a lot easier if they do that. I believe we're at My Mistake 17.
That is 100% accurate.
Boom.
Boom. And on Blue Sky, which...
Blueski?
Blueski. Good old Blueski.
I got a Blueski.
Yep. We have been on Blue Sky since before it was cool.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you heard the other day when Elon Musk floated the idea that he was going to start charging monthly for every user, that in one day, Blue Sky got 53,000 new users.
Amazing. No, I mean, not at all surprised.
So, yeah. What's that?
I said jackass. He's
Jackass,
such a
yes.
jackass.
Yep.
Jackass.
Jackass. So on
go
Blue
ahead.
Sky, we are at mymistakepodcast.com. And that actually presages a little something that is in the works because we actually do own the domain mymistakepodcast.com.
Oh, shit.
And there just might be something up there soon.
That's exciting.
I know. I'm just floating the idea right now. I know. I know, Cat. It's my Lily Tomlin impression.
That's pretty good.
I'm only 3.5 years old.
John, if someone
Yes.
wanted to send us some hard, actual, tangible mail, that is also a thing that they can do.
If
Not to my home address.
no, you don't want hard mail sent to your address.
No, I don't need that.
Okay, I know you don't.
They can send something to our APO box that I have a key to.
On purpose.
I would say, you know what, John, hold your cover your ears, okay?
Cover my ear. Okay.
You're gonna want to send that to SNOP. Attention, my mistake. PO Box 6732, Burbank, California 91510. John, you can take off your John.
Oh,
put your-
I'm sorry.
put your-
What, are we done? Are you
yeah,
done?
put the
okay.
headphones back on. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
So that's that. We did a little housekeeping. That's good, John. That's smart.
I like it.
Yeah.
Give people an idea of how they can contact us. Just
pretty
because
smart.
just because we're not out there on those things doesn't mean that we won't know if you are and be very happy. And you could even attract us to being on there more if we get some love.
Oh, totally.
That's what I'm saying. Mhm.
Yes.
Yes. Hoo-ha. So we did the emails.
We did the emails. That was great.
We did. Yep. Love it.
I have a couple things we could talk about. Do you have anything before I kind of take over the rest of this show?
Oh, I'm handing you the keys right now. Take it over. Drive it like you stole it.
Oh, boy. Okay. Well, every once in a while, I'll come up with an idea for a segment, or I'll come across a story or something, and I'll email it to myself using MM and then the idea.
Right.
So then I go back and I'm like, oh, fuck, what are we going to talk about? And I go to, I search MM and see what pops up. And it's like, oh,
Okay.
it's a nice little surprise I've left myself. And because it's almost Halloween when this is released, I thought we'd talk about something a little spooky, John.
I love it. I tend toward the spooky.
John,
Cat.
do you, when I say, I'm going to say a phrase and I want to see how you react to it. And let's see. It's a little game we're going to play.
Okay. Am I going to say words in response?
I feel like you will,
Okay.
but we'll see.
All right.
Let's find out together.
All right. Let's see. Let's see what's up.
John, light as a feather.
Stiff as a board.
Boom.
Boom.
John, tell me about what you know of that phrase. What does that phrase mean to you?
That phrase means to me that when people used to have slumber parties, right, that they would do this sort of like little ritual, like kind of fancy themselves to be like doing magic. And they would have one person lie on the floor. Should I be describing this whole thing or?
Sure, yeah. keep
Okay. Well, one person lie on the floor, and everybody would put, I forget if it was just one finger on each hand or two fingers on each hand underneath the person. And they would make this chant, that, like, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather, stiff as a board. And then, supposedly, by doing that, they would essentially kind of make the person levitate, at least almost levitate. So all it took was just the barest pressure from one finger on each hand to lift that person up off the floor.
Very good.
That's what I know.
Have you ever participated in this ritual?
I have.
Okay.
Okay.
How did it go?
It didn't really work.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, there's a few things that you look. So it's the first thing that is interesting to me is that there was no internet back in the 80s when I was doing this.
Right.
But
and I was in Indiana, and you were in Southern California.
And yet every kid in our generations knows what this is. Isn't that
You had to point out that
interesting?
we're in the same generation. What are you talking
Sure, we're right. Yeah, we are. No, of course we are. That's what I meant.
I mean,
That's what I meant.
to be fair, I'm much closer to the beginning of that generation, and you're much closer to the end of it. But yes.
Yeah, no, you're right. Sorry.
Unless you want to be a millennial. I don't know.
I don't. I'm good.
Okay.
So I remember playing this this is in Wikipedia, like this is a thing. This is like, a somewhat universal known thing. I remember doing it at Karen's house and cut out her last name. And it was very close to what you described, John. It's if I remember correctly, it's two finger, two hands, two fingers. But one of the most important aspects of this ritual or phenomenon was like you were trying to levitate your friend. An important element was that you had the version that we played was like the person who was laying down to be light as a feather and stiff as a board.
Right.
The premise is that they're dead.
Okay.
And so you have to eulogize your 8-year-old friend.
Oh.
So that so that everyone is concentrating on your friend being dead.
Uh-huh.
And now, so that your friend is like, oh, I'm dead. What does that feel like? Okay, I'm dead now. And then everyone's like, oh, poor Sarah got hit by a car and the first time it was fine, but then the person backed up. Like, you had to really get into the detail of it.
Oh, okay.
It was part of the whole thing.
None of this was part of our ritual. It was
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's wild. Okay.
Okay. And then, then everyone would start chanting, as you say, light as a feather, stiff as a board, light as a feather. And I could, saying that evokes this kind of feeling of like, you're excited, you're a little scared, what's going to happen? And I'll be damned, John, it felt that Sarah, who had just died, felt light as a feather, stiff as a board. So much so that we were on at Karen's house above the garage. They had this like a playroom basically where we could hang out.
Sure.
But there was like an exposed staircase coming up, and we got so excited that Sarah almost went over the side.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Sarah almost actually died.
Wow. I think one of the keys here. First of all, there was a lot more ceremony in yours.
Yeah.
Also, like, how many kids? And I'm assuming these were little girls.
Yes.
How many 8-year-old girls were doing this?
I would say approximately 6.
6.
6 to 8.
Okay, because this like from a physics standpoint becomes
you're going to
more
debunk
important.
it, John? Are you debunking this, John?
I'm just saying. Just saying. If you have 3 people on each side, and each one is lifting with 2 fingers on each hand, and it's an 8-year-old girl. 8-year-old girls tend to be rather light to begin with, not necessarily as stiff as boards, but light as feathers.
But not to other 8-year-old girls. But like
true.
you could like there was definitely a switch, and I really don't think this was like a seance that we were actually doing, and I understand the physics behind it, and it is a trick, and they kind of get into it on the wiki, but like it was clearly in our minds, but like it felt like going from like, oh, there's like some resistance here, to when we started the chanting, the ritual chanting. It felt like this person was floating. We were barely, I'm not even, like, it was just a very interesting phenomenon.
Sure.
But what also is interesting is that, like, we were basically doing a kind of almost like a satanic ritual in our friend's, second story garage.
At the height, I might add, of the satanic panic of the 80s.
And I'm sure if my dad found out we were doing that, he would not have been happy. He was not a big fan of Satan, John. He didn't like it at all. Yeah, I know. Ron was weird like that back then. And so, the wiki gets into like explanation of the trick. The key to the trick is timing. Each of the lifters must apply the lifting force at the same moment. When this is done, the weight of the subject is divided equally between each lifter, requiring each person to contribute 12 to 20 kilograms. It's very technical, this explanation. And I get it. But when you're 8 years old, it's super freaky and really fun. And like, screaming, it's so fun, let's do it again. Who wants to die next? Who's going to die this
Who's
time?
gonna die? Yeah, the dead part. That's so wild that I just have no connection to that.
Really?
I don't. I mean, I think I only did it once. It was more at girls' parties. I think that this was done. But this was a mixed party that it happened at. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Okay. And then it gets into a bit of the history.
Okay.
Allow me to read from Wikipedia. Big shout out to Wikipedia.
Woohoo! World's
oldest-
greatest source.
Yeah, really, honestly. You should donate to them if you haven't. And I know you do, but to our tens of listeners, peel them off some cheese,
Yeah.
Think
Give me
about
a
all the
little cheddar.
content that they've provided for us. The oldest known account of we're calling it levitation play, comes from the diary of Samuel Pepys, who lived from 1633 to 1703. He was a British naval administrator.
Okay.
His account of levitation play comes from a conversation with a friend of his, Mr. Brisbane, who claimed to have seen 4 little girls playing light as a feather, stiff as a board in Bordeaux, France. Pepys' account, Pepsi's, doesn't matter, of Mr. Brisbane's experience reads, I'm going to read this to you, John.
Okay.
He saw 4 little girls, very young ones, all kneeling, each of them, upon one knee, and one begun the first line, whispering in the ear of the next, and the second to the third, and the third to the fourth, and she to the first. Then the first begun the second line, and so round quite through, and putting each one finger only to a boy that lay flat upon his back on the ground, as if he was dead. At the end of the words, they did with their 4 fingers raise the boy high as they could reach, and he, Mr. Brisbane, being there and wondering at it, as also being afeared to see it, for they would have had him to have bore a part in saying the words. In the room of one of the little girls, that was so young that they could hardly make her learn to repeat the words, did for fear there might be some slight used in it by the boy, or that the boy might be light, called the cook of the house, a very lusty fellow, as Sir G. Carter's cook, who was very big, and they did raise him in just the same manner.
I think by lusty there they mean gluttonous. Like
Big,
this
yeah.
is a big dude. Yeah.
But can you imagine? It's the 1600s, and these 4, like, are they witches? Like, how are they not accused of being witches?
Right. They could have been hanged or burned or.
They're they're lucky to be alive, John. Well, I mean, they're dead now.
So dead.
So here's the chant that that this man recorded, that they were whispering to each other, and then the other one would whisper to the next one, and then that one would whisper to the other one. I dropped my pen.
That was
I'm so
amazing.
Excited. It's okay. I have another one, John. Don't worry.
Some of your
test
best
it.
whisper work.
Thank you. Okay, here's the chant.
Yeah.
Here is a dead body, and you have to say it back. Okay.
Okay. Here is
Here
a
it-
dead body.
Okay, we're gonna start over.
Okay.
Here is a dead body,
Here is a dead body.
stiff as a stick,
Stiff as a stick.
cold as a marble,
Cold as a marble.
light as a spirit.
Light as a spirit.
Lift yourself in the name of Jesus Christ.
What? No. No, you can have that.
I'm sure Leah's next door going, "What is happening?" I love these girls. They sound super chill.
Totally.
Oh, God, it's so good. And also linked to this story is another satanic ritual that little girls would do at parties. John, have you heard of Bloody Mary?
Yes, I was actually going to bring that up. It's like these are the ones they were actually doing these in the 1600s, and we were still doing them as kids. Talk about something that's not a fad.
Right.
Like it's got stain. This thing has legs.
It has legs, John. It has spooky fucking legs. Mm-hmm. And so Bloody Mary, if you don't know, and I'm curious to know if our younger listeners, Katie, Have you guys heard of this? Is this something that is still has been going on the last 20 or so years? Is it going on now? I'm really curious about this.
I feel like because I listen to quite a few horror podcasts, Bloody
Yeah.
Mary pops up at least 2 times a year in every individual
cool.
podcast that I
Okay,
listen to.
great. Well, here's
Yeah.
our first time. This is the
There
first
you
time.
go.
I feel like, I wonder if we talked about it before. Probably not. So let me just read this quick little blurb. In case you don't know what it is, you probably do. Bloody Mary is not you, John. I know you know. Bloody Mary is a legend of a ghost, phantom, or spirit conjured to reveal the future. She is said to appear in a mirror where her name is chanted repeatedly. The Bloody Mary apparition may be benign or malevolent. Depending on historic variations of the legend, Bloody Mary appearances are mostly witnessed in group participation play. So what I remember is that you would go into the bathroom, you would turn off the lights,
Right?
and if you said Bloody Mary 3 times, she would appear and she would try to hurt you. And you
Yeah,
maybe get scratched or something, but like something
Yeah, there would
bad
be an
would
injury.
happen. Yeah.
There had to be a candle involved. You turned off the lights, but then you had a
Okay.
candle lit and you held
Okay.
it in front of your face and looked in the mirror.
Okay. Let's see here. I don't see a history of.
Because if you turn off the lights and
You
you're
wouldn't see
looking
it.
in the
You
mirror,
wouldn't see it. That's a good point, John.
That's what I'm saying.
Thank you for correcting me, John.
You know I love to do it.
Again, another creepy fucking ritual that young girls were doing as for fun at sleepovers. That's so fun. Satan.
Yeah.
Go Satan.
Woo. Hey. I mean, Satan isn't explicitly involved in either of these 2 activities.
No, but the parents would find a way to,
Yeah.
to peg it on him. He's always getting blamed for shit.
Right. Yeah. Sure.
Did you ever do this? Did you ever do Bloody Mary?
What's weird is I feel like I feel like I haven't, and I don't know why. It seems like a thing that I would have done, but I was also like, as a kid, I was very like I didn't want to mess with stuff that. Now it's like I don't believe in any of it, so I'd probably do it now, no problem.
We should do it now.
Okay.
Next time we hang out at one of our homes, we're gonna do it.
So if you hear that, like, cat lost an eye, that's on Bloody Mary.
So historically, the divination ritual encouraged young women, specifically young women, again, interesting,
Right.
to walk up a flight of stairs backward, holding a candle and a hand mirror in a darkened house. As they gazed into the mirror, they were supposed to be able to catch a view of their future husband's face.
This is interesting because I think that the future part of it, I thought, was that Bloody Mary would show you how you were going to die.
I think we're getting there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. We'll see. Let's find out together. There was, however, a chance that they would see a skull or the face of the Grim Reaper instead, indicating that they were going to die before they would have the chance to marry.
Okay.
God, that's dark.
That's dark.
God forbid you don't get married, John. That's every little girl's worst nightmare.
Right? And especially back then because you got married at like 13, so they're like going to be dead by 11.
Yes, exactly.
Good.
In the ritual today, apparently today, it's still in practice. Bloody Mary allegedly appears to individuals or groups who ritualistically invoke her name. This is done by repeatedly chanting her name in a mirror placed in a dimly lit or candlelit room. The name must be uttered 13 times. Maybe that was the problem.
13? I thought it was just 3. We
Yeah.
were Beetlejuice in this, and we should have been Bloody Mary in it.
Right. The Bloody Mary apparition allegedly appears as a corpse, witch, or ghost that can be friendly or evil and is sometimes seen covered in blood. Hence the name.
Right?
The lore
I thought she was just drinking a vodka with tomato juice.
No, that is my version of Bloody Mary.
There you go.
That's my girl right there. The lore surrounding the ritual states that participants may endure the apparition screaming at them, cursing them, strangling them. She's strangling me right now.
I hear that. Out, damn spirit.
Stealing their soul,
Wow.
drinking their blood,
Okay.
or scratching their eyes out.
Look, there's mix for that. You don't need.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, you said scratching their eyes out, and I talked about you losing an eye. So
You did, see?
maybe don't.
Oh, no.
Say, how many times have we said Bloody Mary now in this podcast?
Well, at least 3 times now. Oh,
I
you
know,
think we're
it's
close
been-
to 13?
I don't know. We'll have to count later.
I mean, listen, not John. I can get spooky.
Lighting, mood lighting just happened.
Always good to have a visual
Shakers.
gag on an audio podcast.
I like it.
Some variations of the ritual call Bloody Mary by different name, Hail Mary and Mary Worth, are popular examples.
Okay. First of all, was that hell as in H-E double hockey sticks?
Indeed, Hail
Hail
Mary.
Mary. Because I was thinking it was Hail Mary, but
No.
no. And Mary Worth is straight up a fucking comic strip in the old newspaper that, like, I don't know who read that because it was basically a soap opera in comic strip form.
Right.
It was very weird, but it was called Mary Worth. So
Interesting.
that's interesting to me, for sure.
And then they explain it. It was basically you're kind of hallucinating. You get a prolonged staring into a mirror in a dimly lit room for a prolonged period of time causes one to hallucinate. That's kind of fun.
Sure. I mean, all this time I've been spending good money on drugs. All I had to do was sit in the dark for for a period of time and say Bloody Mary 13 times.
Yeah, I mean that's relatively inexpensive. There's some debate on the identification of Bloody Mary and if she is based on a real woman. A number of historical figures have been put forward as candidates for Mary, including Mary the First of England, who had around 300 religious Protestant dissenters burned at the stake during her reign, earning her the nickname Bloody Mary.
I could see that.
Elizabeth Bathory, a 17th century Hungarian countess who allegedly tortured and killed around 660 girls and women, bathed in their blood, and was accused of vampirism.
Holy fuck.
And Mary Worth, who has been identified as either a woman who killed slaves escaping the American South via the Underground Railroad, or a woman who was burned at the stake during the witch trials in the early modern period. Two very different
Persons
things.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is very weird. But, I mean, listen, again, if your kids are getting together for a sleepover this weekend, maybe teach them to do Bloody Mary. Let's teach them about, let's teach kids how to hallucinate.
I love it. And this brings me to, like, I have questions, Kat.
Oh, really?
How do you think we acquired this knowledge of these games or rituals, if you will?
As kids?
Yeah, as kids. Like, did it come from, like, somebody's parent was super irresponsible and passed this down? Or do you think this
older siblings?
Older brothers and sisters? Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's like a tradition, and it's just word of mouth. And I do love it how it's like nationwide. Everyone seems to know what this is.
Well, it sounds like it's worldwide and international, as
Fair.
Florida once said. That's a true story, but I'll talk about that later.
Amazing.
Because this was in 1600s France that light as a feather, stiff as a board was happening.
Yeah.
So this is like I don't like genetic memory or some shit going on here. It's very weird. Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I do too.
I'm tickled by it, John.
I am as well. We both liked the X-Files. That's what's up.
That's right. Again, it's right time. It's right time of year. So yeah, please, can we? I would love for our listeners. You know how to get a hold of us. Can you please share with us your Bloody Mary or light as a feather, stiff as a board stories, or do you not know what the hell we're talking about? Or
I'd be curious if there's somebody who literally had never heard of it at all until we just were talking about it. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah. And if you participated in these rituals, did you see Bloody Mary? Did you hallucinate this witch woman or somebody like coming at your eyeballs? I'd love to know, because I never did. I think I was like you, John. I was too scared to do it. Mm-hmm. So I don't think I ever did it at a party. I think I was too scared.
Yeah. When I was a kid, the concept of the devil was not like something I really wanted to mess with.
No.
Like your Hellfire Club sweatshirt is not something I would have mucked around with.
Oh, yeah, this honestly would not have been allowed in my house.
No. Right.
Nope.
It was the Satanic Panic times, and like, but so my thing was, well, I don't really believe in it, but why would I mess around with it? You know?
Yeah,
and now it's like,
why risk it?
why would? Yeah, and now it's like, I really, really don't think so, kids. It's not. This is nothing to be scared of. There's so many other things that are gonna actually be problems for you.
Yeah.
And Satan is not going to be one.
It's not. It's not.
Nope.
Yeah, if you are interested in this type of stuff, though, I know that last podcast on the left did a great series on Satanic Panic.
Nice.
It's really interesting, and really basically it comes down to there's no proof that there was anything in the 80s that was even slightly connected to Satan, like satanic anything. It was all just either completely made up or people doing horrible things that had nothing to do with Satan. And
Right. Yep. Yeah, the collective. I was talking about this with Michelle the other day. I feel like all of that satanic panic stuff. They call it a moral panic, and I feel like we're having that now about trans people. Some of the same people who were like way up in arms and convinced that the whole world was being controlled by Satan and Satanists. Yeah. Now they think that trans people are responsible for all the bad things that are happening in the world. And I would like to stand up and say, you're wrong, and shut the fuck up. Thank you very much.
Nice job, John.
Thank you. That's where I stand. I mean, I don't know where you stand, but that's where I'm at.
I'm going to stand right behind you and agree with you.
There we go. Okay.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. That's kind of it. That's all I got.
Okay.
It's going to be a weird Halloween for me this year because I'm not really participating in it.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be rough for you because I know you, like me, are very much a fan of giving out candy and sometimes even scaring the little ones.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think we'll be in town for actual Halloween.
Oh, okay.
But it will be, last year we had a pretty big yard display.
Mm-hmm.
We're not
going to
really
put that up this year.
No, I mean, I'm not going to have time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like we might just have gotten home. So that's going to be disappointing to a lot of kids, I'm sure, because I think because I wanted to be the house.
You got a reputation.
That's it. It's like in our old house, we were that house. Yeah, in our old neighborhood, it was like, oh, well, you just keep building and building and more kids come and it's like, oh, we got to go to that house. It's that house on the street. So we're going to take a ding, I think, next year because of this. I'm sure we're going to see our numbers down.
Q4 is going to be a little tough.
It's going to be tough. But maybe we can think of something to do minimal that's still good and memorable that kids will like. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. We made our front lawn absolutely hostile to inflatable things when we planted agaves in the front. They're very pointy. As a matter of fact, this is going to be the second year, but our agaves are much larger now. I get a little concerned about kids who are going to like not walk on the path and try to walk through the rocks. And I worry, like, because if a kid fell on those things, that could kill them, like straight up.
I mean, talk about Bloody Mary gouging your eyes out.
God,
John.
no, stop.
John.
No, stop. Right, because
you might need to do something about that.
I'm going to put some blankets over all of that.
Yeah, there you go. Like, make it look spooky. But, that's very dangerous, John.
Great. Okay, I don't feel bad at all
now. Now you're worried about that.
Ay.
Ay, boy. Yeah, so... listen, we all got our problems, John.
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
So,
I have more now than I had a minute ago because now I have to worry about the liability of having agaves in my front yard.
You're welcome. So we'll see. It'll be interesting to see how this... Because, I mean, to be honest, for whatever reason, just... Even if we weren't going on this road trip, I wouldn't feel like setting up a fucking graveyard in my front yard. I can't imagine why.
I don't understand, Kat.
It's just not in the spirit this year, if you will. So I'm taking this year off, taking Halloween off.
Okay. Fair.
We'll hopefully still be around to hand out candy to the kiddies and explain, like, I'm so sorry we just couldn't this year, but please come back next year. Like, hopefully we get a little bit of damage control.
Kids, they have short memories. It's fine.
They do. We'll just give them lots of candy.
Yeah.
That's what they'll remember. That's what, you know what? We'll just give out like full-size candy bars.
That I'm telling you, you will be popular before the end of the night, especially because now these kids have cell phones. They're texting their friends, and they're like, you got to get to 1313 Mockingbird Lane because they're giving out full-size Snickers over there.
Exactly.
Are you? What's your favorite candy bar, Kat? I don't even know.
Oh, well, John, that's a great question. I gotta say, you're gonna laugh. It's probably Kit Kat.
I love a Kit Kat. I don't think of it as a candy bar. I think of it as a chocolate enrobed wafer. But,
Okay, well, you're the only one, John.
Okay, that's fine.
It's a candy bar, John.
I don't think so. It's
John,
basically a
don't do
cookie
this.
with chocolate on it. Come on.
John, don't do this.
It's crispity crunchity. I mean, how can that be a candy bar?
Oh, so you're right. Candy bars can't be crispity or what's a crunch bar, John? It's pretty crispity and crunchy.
Yeah. No, it's just crunchy, Kat. That's why the name is crunchy.
Okay,
The crunch bar.
what about a Twix? Crispy in there. It's a cookie.
I would go. It has a full on cookie in it.
John, don't do this.
But it's a little more candy barish because it's got like several layers of stuff. Okay.
Unbelievable.
All right. Mistakers, weigh in. Is a Kit Kat a cookie, a biscuit, or a candy bar?
I can't believe we're having this debate.
I love a Kit Kat. Well, really, I was just trying to I wanted to make a Kit Kat not be the answer because I love Kit Kat, but I was going to say that my favorite candy bar is actually a dark chocolate Milky Way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Really? What's your problem? All right. When we go trick or treating this year, I'll give you. Well, no, I'm not giving you my Kit Kats, but you can give me all of your dark chocolate Milky Ways because.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
I mean, Milky Way is. I mean, no offense, John. It's kind of a boring candy bar.
Well, I've never been a big fan of nuts in my mouth, so I don't tend to like a lot of candy bars that have a lot of nuts in them.
I see. I love a nut in my candy bar. How do you feel about Three Musketeers?
I could do with Three Musketeers. I'm fine with it.
I feel like it's very Milky Way adjacent.
It is, but even you'll notice I didn't just say Milky Way because it's got to be a dark chocolate Milky Way. It's a whole different experience because I'm a bigger fan of the dark chocolate than I am. Even a Hershey's Special Dark, love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Question, John. Do you know the official Kit Kat candy bar chant or song?
The official Kit Kat bar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to sing that for me?
I'm trying to remember how it goes. It's not snap into a Kit Kat.
No, that's at Slim Jim.
It's not what would you do for a Kit Kat bar. No, how's it go there, Kat?
It's give me a break.
Uh-huh.
Give me a break.
Uh-huh.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar.
Which very accurately describes the shape of a piece of Kit Kat that has been broken off from the mothership. It is in a bar. It is in bar form. It is candy and it is in a bar form, but I'm going to say I still am not going with it being a candy bar.
Come on, man.
It's a cookie.
Right. Well, I think it's not a cookie, John. That's insulting. We're going to see. Let's see what let's see what everyone else thinks. Okay. Let's see.
Fair.
Jesus. A cookie, John? Really?
Sure. Why not? It's a chocolate enrobed wafer. That's what it is. Yes.
That's not
yes,
what they're called,
it is.
John.
It is. Mm-hmm.
Okay, John. Okay.
Yeah.
Where can you find? Okay, smart guy. Where can you find a Kit Kat bar if you're going to a grocery store or some sort of a place where you buy such things? Where would you find it? Which aisle would you think that is
in the candy aisle?
Okay. Not in the cookie aisle,
what
right,
else?
John?
Are those two different things, Kat? Are the cookies and the candy not together in the same aisle? Is that not?
When's the last time you went to a grocery store? No, they're not in the same aisle.
I've
What are you
been to
talking
the grocery. I
about?
went to the grocery store yesterday. It was Trader Joe's though, and I don't know.
Oh, well,
what-
just forget that. Throw that
All
right
right.
out the window. No, we're not accepting that.
I'm feeling like you might have me a little here. I'm gonna have to do some research. We're gonna
Yeah,
find this
man.
out.
I finally got you. Science, John. Science. Science is backing me up. For once,
I don't
I'm
know.
the one who's thinking scientifically.
Who defines what is a candy bar? Does science
Oh,
have
here
a
we
definition of what
go.
a candy bar is?
Okay.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, we've successfully stirred up some controversy, if nothing else.
Perfect. That's what we need around here. More controversy.
More controversy. Yeah, this country, this world doesn't have enough. That's what I'm saying. Food-related controversy tends to be fairly safe.
It is, and fun.
yeah.
I mean, that's kind of in our wheelhouse, John.
Yeah.
Sure thing.
Yeah. Is a hot dog a sandwich, Kat?
We're saving that for next time.
Okay, fair enough. I feel like we've given the people what they want enough for this episode.
I think so.
Hopefully. And if not, leave them wanting more.
Exactly. Just like
Yeah.
a Kit Kat bar.
Well, you always want more. It's true. I love you, Kat.
I love you, John.
FMP, Kat.
FMP.
Thing. Hopefully,
I
it'll
love
be
that.
very witchy with a bonfire and shit like that, but it probably won't be. That'd be
You
really
never
fun.
know. You never know.
Go there and it's
they'll-
all like Rosemary's Baby over there and shit.
Yeah, and there's like you around the corner, and there's 4 little girls in a field chanting around a dead boy.
No, Jesus Christ.